What is up, guys? It's Andrew with MyWatchAddiction.com. Yes, more watches to take a look at with you guys. Today we're going to actually take a look at the full production run of the Cave Diver series from Aquacy Watches. These guys were sent to me to share with you guys to take a look at, and we're going to dive into each and every one. Guys, if you've seen these before and weren't quite sure if you wanted to jump into them, well, now's your chance to figure out if it's something that you want to take a look at. Anyway, guys, before we jump into these Aquacy Cave Divers, as always, subscribe, like, comment down below. If you enjoyed the videos, got a lot of cool stuff coming up, so definitely stick around. But today, let's dive into these cave divers. So because we're going to be looking at a production run from Aquacy Watches, of course, the watch of the day is the original Aquacy prototype that I reviewed on the channel quite a bit ago, almost a year ago now. It's the Aquacy Diver with the blue sunburst dial. But guys, that's not why we're here. We're here to take a look at the Cave Diver from Aquacy Watches. So the first thing I notice is this guy comes in a leather travel pouch. If we unwrap this one, open it up, see what it takes to get it open. You can see the Aquacy logo embroidered right there in the leather. We'll save the watch for a second, see what else it comes with. We have the Aquacy warranty card. You can see the model number and the serial number 15 right there, purchase date 1/3/2020 from Aquacy Watches. Warranty card. And let's take a look and see what color this one is. And that is the Abalone. I can never pronounce this word. Abalone Dial. Guys, I'm going to zoom in here for just a second. We're going to take a run around this Aquacy Cave Diver. So as I zoom in on this Cave Diver from Aquacy Watches, you get a really, really good shot of the colors in that dial. Lots of blues and greens. Really, really cool. And then, of course, the leather strap has the green stitching to match. Well, we'll get into that in just a second. Now, this Cave Diver comes with a 316L stainless steel case, grade A finish. A lot of companies, a lot of these micro brands are getting by with the subpar finishing. Aquacy is focusing on their grade A finishing. One of the things that they really, really like to point out is the effort and the finish that goes into these watches. But the Aquacy Cave Diver, the diameter on this guy is 42 millimeters, lug size of 22 millimeters, and then it has a case thickness of 14.4 millimeters. And you can see right there has the Aquacy logo right there on the side of that brushed finish stainless steel case. Of course, looking at the front, how could I miss that open heart design? You notice this guy isn't running because it's been sitting for a little bit. So I'll kick this guy off by winding it up. And there we go. We've got this guy going. Incidentally, with this Seiko movement that's in it, it is hand windable and does have hacking. Hand windable and hacking thanks to the Seiko NH38 Automatic Movement that's in this watch. Now, the NH38 does have those treatments so that you get that open heart design to it, something that Seiko likes to flaunt with this movement. The NH38 is 24 joule automatic movement with a 41-hour power reserve. If we notice some other things about this Aquacy, 120 click rotating bezel on this guy. Real nice action to it. Real solid. No play in that bezel whatsoever. Alignment seems really, really good on it. If we flip this guy over, we do have an exhibition case back with the Aquacy logo you see right there. Also engraved in the back is Cave Diver Automatic, Japan Movement, and then the model number, and then Aquacy water resistance 200 meters. Now, 200 meter water resistance, that's something pretty hefty to claim, but I've seen videos, and I'll post a link in the description section below. They actually do pressure test these Aquacy watches down to 200 meters. Something that's pretty impressive, something it's not just, doesn't seem to just be a claim. A lot of that water resistance is thanks to this screw down crown that has the Aquacy logo on it. Also, incidentally, that bluing does come off. That's just to protect that polished finish. One thing that I think is really cool is the applied indices. Really like the edges on those applied indices with that. There's another good shot of that domed sapphire coated mineral crystal. This is sapphire coated mineral crystal with AR coating. So you see that dome to this guy. Aquacy logo is one that I think is pretty interesting too. I'm sure it has some meaning to it. I personally didn't look it up. Let me get rid of this plastic. Love the coloring on this dial though, this Abalone dial. But guys, we're going to zoom out for a second here. We zoomed out for a second here because not only do I have this Abalone dial, which will stick off to the side up here, but I also have, look at this, I have their blue mother of pearl dial. Blue mother of pearl on this Aquacy Cave Diver. You can see mother of pearl is such a cool design for a case. But, so there's the blue. And what else do we have? We also have the blue to black sunburst. That's a sharp color combination also. The blue to black. And everybody's favorite, of course, is the white mop dial. This is the white mop dial Aquacy Cave Diver. And then finally, if you're going to have the white mop dial, you of course have to have the black mop dial also. And this lighting is a little bit tough to see that mop finish on this Aquacy Cave Diver. But guys, I'll get some pictures at the end and you will be able to see that black one is really, really sharp. So there it is. There is the 5 Aquacy Cave Divers from Aquacy Watches. All 5 color combinations lined up right there. And I feel like I'm playing bumper cars with these watches right now. Never in my life have I had every color combination from the Aquacy, or from any manufacturer for that matter, but all color combinations that are in production. You'll notice the blue and black has a blue stitch on that Crazy Horse leather strap. The black has a white stitch. The blue mop has a blue stitch. White, of course, has a white stitch, and then a green stitch on that Abalone dial. Take a look at these straps a little bit closer and see this is made out of saddle leather. Real nice, heavy-duty strap. Doesn't feel plasticky, doesn't feel cheap. And then, of course, the clasp for this guy, full stainless steel. You see Aquacy embedded right there as well. Saddle leather. Such a cool color combination. Guys, I'm really impressed with Aquacy watches. You guys might have seen me around some of the Facebook groups also commenting on the Ocean Evas, which is made by the same parent company. Both groups of watches, I'm really impressed with the care that they take in the actual finishing of the watches. They don't spend a whole lot of money on the packaging that goes with the watch, which I appreciate because they invest in the watch themselves, and you get a really, really strong production into the watches that they produce. So there it is, guys. There's the full production run, all color combinations of the Aquacy Cave Diver. If you guys are looking to pick up one of these cave divers, they are available on sale both at aquacywatch.com, amazon.com, massdrop.com. I believe even Watch Gang might have some access to these with their Watch Gang Wheel of Watches. So definitely, if you have a chance to pick up one of these, I highly recommend it. Really, really nice watch, especially for the money. The grade A fit and finish on these watches in their production runs for the price. I'm really, really digging these guys. Guys, if you want to see these cave divers on my wrist, don't forget you can follow us at Instagram/watchaddiction.us. Also, incidentally, I'm going to be sending a couple of these cave divers out to a channel near you for further review. I'm not the only one that's going to be able to take a look at these guys, so you'll be able to get some different opinions out there. And I'll post up links to those videos in the description section as well. Guys, really, really liking Aquacy Watch, really liking their offerings both with the original diver that I have and now this Cave Diver series. Can't beat this fit and finish. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys soon.